Listen.
Do you mind if I put my 2 cents in?
No, honey, I don't mind. Call the police immediately.
I don't get it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Yes? Hello? Hi, stranger.
I want ham and eggs and flapjacks with lots of butter and syrup and coffee. I'll take the coffee now.
Why are you coming from that rain?
Where's my dough?
Afternoon. Well,
Your mic going in and out, bro. Yeah, man. Salute everybody, and welcome to Vibes and Stuff. What's good?
testing 1 2, testing. Mic check 1 2. Is it still going out?
No, that's good right there.
Still good?
It sounded a little crackly right now, though. Is it a cord issue?
I think.
Yeah, it's going in and out, man. Yeah, it was going in. I can't hear you now, so. But yeah, hey. So welcome, Vibrant Ones, to another episode of Live Vibes and Stuff Live. I'm your man's Uncle Freezy, and the other guy is producer extraordinaire and all around good guy, Chuck Allen. He is having technical difficulties as we speak, but you can best believe that he'll be rocking with us. Julian Blum, what's good? Mr. Vince is in the building. C Mac was good. Chef NYK is in the building. What's good, y'all? Subliminal 209 is in the building. Shout out to the 209. What's good? So we have a lot of stuff to talk about. We're gonna rock for a good bit. You know what I'm saying? So Chuck is working on some stuff behind the scenes. But listen, I want to tell y'all this. Appreciate everybody supporting the channel. You know, this channel is on the way. Chuck and I have talked about some stuff to make the overall experience better for us, Chuck and myself, and for you guys, with you guys in mind, right? There's a bunch of things we're talking about doing, like maybe some real live episodes, like me and him together and some other stuff, but you know how it is. Yeah, I know how it is, man. We really appreciate y'all. While Chuck is working on that,
Yes, sir.
there we go. All of a sudden, it's like Chuck D into the room. Here it is, bam! Chuck D in the building. Yeah, man. How you doing today, brother?
Doing pretty.
Oh, the mic went in and out again. Yeah, man. Dang on Amazon.
I don't know what to do.
Oh. Yeah, man. So we just want to tell y'all, man, that we really, you know what I'm saying, we really appreciate y'all coming through for Vibes and Stuff, right? Instead of asking you guys what's in your cup, I am going to skip to so ladies and gents. So Chuck, Julian Blum asked you if you got iPhone buds or some AirPods because they work it. Well, Chuck know that. Or Chuck know. I don't know if he does or not. But yeah. So anyway, so in the case so with health and lifestyle, I want to ask y'all about this. Julian Blum, Subliminal 209, Mr. Vince, C Mac, Chef NYK. Have y'all ever been? Let me ask y'all this. First of all, do y'all have a whole bunch of homeboys? Do y'all have a whole bunch of homeboys, like a crowd that y'all hang out with? Like if you throw something on the grill, a bunch of homies come over and y'all just stand by the grill or whatever. Oh, a bunch of brothers, bunch of cousins, a bunch of co-workers from work. And they come over and they tell the same story every time y'all get together. Mr. Vince, you got some homeboys, some friends, some brothers, some cousins that every time y'all get together, they talk about the same stuff over and over and over again. Like, I lost a boxing match this one time, right? Every time me and my old army buddies get together, the first thing they want to talk about is this boxing match I had. Right? This dude beat me up. Right? You know what I'm saying? A dude beat me up. He was more skilled than me. And the referee stopped the fight in the third round. Right? And so I was a young boxer at the time. But one of the guys that was there, one of my homeboys, Julian Blum's like, yeah, man, my co-workers, man, they talk like girls. They always gossiping. They know the latest of everything. Yeah. So my army buddies, right? Every time we get together, like a Zoom or just like a whatever, the first thing they start doing is singing this song. Looks like I gotta let it go. It looks like another third round TKO. Right? Clowning me. Hey, and Sub, it used to make me so mad back in the day. I used to be so frustrated, right? But then, I was like, yeah, you can only tell the joke so many times before the joke get old, right? So every time we get together, they like, looks like I gotta let it go. Looks like another third round TKO. Hey, Uncle Freezy, you remember that time the dude beat you and the referee stopped the fight? Yes, I remember that. Because y'all never let me forget it. Y'all never let me forget it. How can I not know when y'all never let me forget it? Right? Right? Y'all never let me never let me forget it. Right? So here's the thing. Y'all got homeboys that never let y'all forget nothing. Chuck, you got a bunch of dudes around you like that?
Yes.
Dana. Chuck, you remember that time you tried to holler at that girl at the mall and she said, "Get out my face." And everybody everybody laughing.
Yeah, we were all 15.
Yeah.
We're in our 30s and 40s now. Well, are we still talking about that? Yes, I do remember that. You know why? Because we talked about it that whole night, riding from Charleston Mall. We talked about it the next day, and anybody who had a listening ear, y'all made sure y'all told them that. Yes.
Right. Everybody. Everybody. Right? So I got a homeboy around me now, right? Y'all know him as the dude that dated the older woman that he thought was 20 years younger, right? So in a softball game about 15 years ago, I let a ball get between my legs. Right. I told him, yeah, I can play second base. I was a big dude then, right? Big dude. Way bigger than I am now. I got second. I'm batting second and I'm playing second. Right. And so a ball is hit to me. It's routine. I'm supposed to turn a double play. Right. This is what we talked about the whole time. Man, if that ball hit to you, man, run on first, man. Make sure you know what I'm saying? So Chuck, I'm like, all right, I got it. God, you don't have to tell me 50 times. So the first ball hit to me, there's a runner on first, right? Actually, there's a runner on first and second. You know, in softball, there's a rule. If you in our league, if you walk a person, then the person and the person behind them get a base, right? So if you bat in fourth and you get a walk, the fourth place and the fifth place about to get a walk because they want you to hit the ball in softball. You know what I'm saying? They want you to hit the ball. They ain't want you up there just walking in runs. You know what I'm saying? You know, so first ball hit to me, pew, right between my legs, and I look at him. He's like, "Oh, Uncle Freezy, you told me." I was like, "God, I know, man. What's good?" He clowning me, right? I thought he was gonna be clowning me that day. It wound up being clowning me that day, that week, forever. Chuck, we getting off work. They're like, "Yo, who the best athlete to ever come out the city?" Well, I know it ain't Uncle Freezy because he let a softball go. Oh, God, dog. Come on, man. That was 15 years ago. I mean, come on, man. You got anybody? You got anybody around you like that, Chuck? Like right now, that be like they can't let it go.
No, those people aren't around me anymore. But I did have a lot of people around me like that. I do have some family members that still love to talk about stuff from elementary school. I'm like, man, what are we talking about, man? Move on from that. I chalk it up to the fact that in their mind, they revere me or something. And so they see a weakness or a perceived weakness. So they gotta,
Rub it in.
Rub it in because oh man, this guy's so good at so many things. I just gotta, because guess what? If you turn around and do that, they get all sourpuss about it, and they're all upset. And sometimes they want to fight, and I'm like, oh, okay,
right. And then you like, but why? What are we talking? Why are we still talking? Okay. So one of my all right, this cat I was in the military with named Derek, right? Every time we talk, it's like, yo, you remember that time? Man, dog, every time I dial your number or you dial mine, the first thing we talk about is, yo, you remember that time? And I'm like, bruh, of course I remember that time. It's like every time. You know what, Chuck? I'm gonna change his ringtone to "Remember the Time" by Michael Jackson. You remember that song, "Remember the Time" by Michael Jackson?
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Feeling low.
Yeah, man. You like what? Bro, that's what I'm gonna change his ringtone to, bro. Because every time I talk to him, do you remember the time?
Now, see, I would be okay with that if it's an extended period of time where we don't see each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it was somebody from high school I hadn't seen since graduation, or somebody from college that I haven't seen since my accident or something like that, I would expect them to talk about the very last thing that occurred when they saw me, right?
Right.
Because we hadn't had that type of interaction for some years, and so and that thing, whatever it was, is the first thing that pops in their mind. So I don't be mad when it's people like that. But yo, if I talk to you at least once a month,
Right.
we shouldn't be bringing up the same story again. Like,
Man,
we should,
in 1987, yeah. Yeah, man.
Well, yeah, man. I can't. It's like when someone tells you a story, right? And they slow roll it. It's an hour. Usually it's women,
Yeah.
but they'll tell the story. It gets to the climax, the resolution, and you're like, oh, okay.
All right.
Well, I understand whatever the situation may be. And then they go back into the story again. I'm like, yo, no.
No, we are not gonna de-nice this thing. We are not gonna de-nice this thing. We are not gonna see every episode begins with this mode. No, we ain't get ready to rewind it back to the beginning after 30 minutes. No, Medea.
No.
Nobody, we not about to do that. No,
like, no way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Nah, man. I just the thing is, we was talking about the best athletes of a generation, right? I throw my hat in the ring because I was a pretty decent athlete at everything, not the greatest athlete at one. Like, I was not the all-star running back, right? I was not the all-state pitcher. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was not that guy. You know what I'm saying? I was good at basketball, good at track, good at baseball, good at football. My best sport probably was boxing because I had less stuff to think about and just, one thing, right? So I probably would have been good at a sport like tennis if I had played. In a one-on-one sport, I probably would have been better. But you live and learn, right?
Right.
We talking, and my homeboy walk up. Oh no, I know you ain't talking. Chuck, it's a church league. It's a church league softball game. It's churches playing against each other, right?
Right.
People out there cussing and drinking and okay, you know what I'm saying? But it's church league, right? And the congregation is like, you ain't supposed to be out here. You don't even go to church. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't seen you since Easter. And this is like Valentine's Day. This is Valentine's Day. And they talking about we ain't seen you since Easter. So that's almost a whole year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this church league, you know what I'm saying? And so the old ladies want to play because it's co-ed, and your lineup got to be boy, girl, boy. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Boy, girl,
yeah.
boy, girl, boy, girl. And 10 people bat, right? 5 boys and 5 girls, right? So they hit the ball to me, Chuck, and it got good pace to it. It ain't no screamer, but I should have got the ball, right? I should have got the ball, right? I should have caught it and should have flipped it to second, right? I didn't. The ball went between my legs, and my man cussed me out like a dog, right? The pastor was pitching. Now, the pastor of the church is pitching, right? The dude at shortstop is like, yeah, Uncle Fred, I knew you, mother. You know what I'm saying? And pastor's like, man, calm down. It's just sports. And everybody like, no, this ain't just sports, because when you're an athlete, bro, it ain't just sports. You know what I'm saying? And so this is like 15 years ago. Okay. Fast forward to this morning about 6:15. No, about 5:45 in the morning. We chilling, talking about the best athletes in our area. I was like, yeah, I'll put my hat in the ring. I was a pretty good athlete, man. You know what I'm saying? My man goes off. A meltdown. Whoa, no, not Uncle Freezy. Yeah, that lady hit the slowest ground ball. And he talking like the ball was hit so slow to me that we out there growing gray hair. He like, man, that ball was so slow. I was out there growing cabbage at shortstop. And I'm like, man, come on, man. Really, man? You was growing a garden in the dirt out there. That's how slow. Yeah, man. You messed up my beans. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man. Why we gotta tell the same story every time we get together? Like, you know, and Chuck and serious up, hand to the man. I heard the story last week in the break room. Unprompted, like no motivation. Hey, Uncle Freezy, you remember that time? Bro, all I want to do is stare at that lady honey bun, because you know I can't eat honey buns and pastries and stuff because you know, right, eggs and you know. And so I'm like, man, I don't forget nothing. And I'm like, I can tell you don't forget nothing, bro.
When you were telling that story about the church league softball, the very first thing that popped in my mind was Uptown Saturday Night.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, after church. Yeah.
Yes, that just the first thing that popped in my mind, and everything that you were saying, because I was like, oh, they had brown paper bags out there and everything in that movie, and I was like, yo, I listen, man. I'm assuming this was a church in the South, right?
Yes.
Church in the South was a little bit different.
Right.
I was a junior trustee for a while.
Okay.
And you know, we be back there count money. And when you in a big church counting money, boy, oh boy, you be like, God, church bringing this kind of bread.
Right.
But as soon as you go in the little back room where they count the money, you're greeted by a cloud of cigarette smoke.
Yep. Yep.
All right, young fella, you can count all them ones over there.
Right.
Count the ones.
Count the ones. What is this daycare motherfucker?
I count the ones, and it was another young fella. I can't say his name. I'm gonna say Wilbur, but Wilbur, they had Wilbur rolling up coins and whatnot.
Right.
But we're back there, and this is very brief. The two deacons get in an argument.
Yes. Yep.
And he said, "Mother, meet me outside then."
Yeah.
My jaw hit the floor. It's like, what is going on? These church is going on.
Right. Right.
Like the room where they're counting the money, there's another little like parlor area in between, and then there's another door that leads to the choir stand. Someone from off the choir stand, one of the advisors from the choir stand, she came and she said, "We can hear y'all out there." He said, I don't give a damn. But this N-word here saying I'm stealing.
Yeah.
And they fought.
I bet you they did.
They fought. And it was the most hilarious thing you ever seen. Two people way past their prime.
They probably look like 10 Speed and Brown shoe out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what in the world is going on?
What is this all about? Oh man, this is pitiful. This is pitiful, man. I'm going back inside.
Right, man. And you like, yo, if y'all don't stop, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't cut this out, and then the pastor, you know, you like, man. Bro, hey, church is something, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, church is something.
I learned real quick. Everybody that comes to church don't come for the same reason.
Right.
And because you judge, everybody's not the same. So because somebody say they go to church, for me, I don't know about anybody in the chat. I don't know about you, Unc. I just take it for face value. You go to church. That's it. Because man, I got some stories about church folk.
Right. Yeah, man.
Oh man, you ain't never had your, like, you're dancing with someone and you like, yo, she got some charming back there.
Yeah.
And then she grabbed the front of your pants to pull you in, and you getting in there, and oh my.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing in here? Or what
At
you
church.
doing in here? You ain't see me. I ain't see you. I was like, you.
Yeah.
And I ain't talk about somebody that was my age at the time, because I was like 18 at the time. This lady was a good 40.
Yes.
And she be the first one. Hallelujah. Thank you.
Yeah.
She was backing it up like a professional.
Professional, bro.
I was like, blew my mind. And I knew her daughter.
Yeah.
I was like, but she did, boy, tear her heels up, shouting up and down the miles. And she was, man, she was rolling that thing that night.
Yeah.
I was like, church folk, man.
Yeah, and Chuck, this preacher asked me one time, and he looked like the preacher from Coming to America. he like, Uncle Freezer, can I talk to you for a minute? And I like, yo, Mr. Such and Such, you ain't never talked to nobody for a minute. I ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? He like, nah, I just want to holler at you, young fella. And I'm like, man, I gotta pee. You know, because when you tell somebody you gotta pee, they usually let you go. You know, even the cops pull you over. So you understand you speeding, right? Yeah, I gotta pee. Oh man, hey, let's go on to the bathroom. Go on. I understand. But this minister, right? Nah. He would corner you and say, Uncle Freezy, I understand that you go to church, but are you living for the Lord? And I'm like, oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like,
boy.
And then I'm playing it. I'm like, I thought perfect attendance got you to heaven. See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean, Uncle Freezy. We got the Bible and we won't even open it. What if the richest man on earth wrote you a note on how to be rich? Would you read the note, Uncle Freezy? I'm like, hell yeah, because it's probably a lottery ticket. He's like, okay, Uncle Freezy, you gonna bust hell wide open. And I'm like, oh boy, you told me a minute, man. You told me a minute. You said a minute. So Chuck, I've encountered, man. Yeah, man. You know, the church thing is kind of spooky to me, right? Because not because of the way the church is supposed to operate, but the people that are operating it. It's spooky to me.
Yes. I don't being like, I've gone to different denominations, all, you know, AME, Baptist, Baptist, Pentecostal, holiness, apostolic, even a couple of Protestant services. It didn't matter. Everybody think they the best, but your representatives, preacher.
Yeah, man.
You know, the first ladies, they sit in a certain section.
Yeah.
And let me good morning to my lovely wife over here. My lovely wife. Cause she's the first lady.
Right.
Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the church is the woman with his new baby.
Yeah. Look just like him.
like so nobody gonna say nothing? Or we gonna wait till he get way too old to be like, say something passive aggressive like, boy, you look like your daddy.
Yeah. That is odd, bro. It's crazy because everybody know, but won't nobody say nothing.
Nothing.
Right? So it's like the wife, the baby mama, the girlfriend, and the mistress. So you like, yeah. and the mistress is mad. The mistress is mad that she ain't the girlfriend. And the girlfriend is mad that she ain't the wife.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the mama trying to figure out how she gonna take care of this baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you like, wow, God, man.
Okay, so when I moved down to the Carolinas, at that particular time, like my folks weren't really like into church like that. And then one traumatic experience. Now everybody got to get up and go to church in the morning. Now my mom is different. My mom has always been the same since I was a little boy. And my mom was always going to church. She's always been a church lady. And not necessarily even my grandma, because I told you my grandma used to smoke Virginia Slims.
Yeah.
My grandma used to smoke Virginia Slims, but again, a traumatic experience made her give her life over, and she hadn't turned back since. But when I moved out, like, I always thought the preacher was, I don't want to say phony, but it's like, it's 95. It's 95. Why is everybody down here still got jerry curls?
Yeah.
Like, you would see this preacher in his truck. He had a F-150, a green and like gold with a gold stripe F-150. And you see the plastic bag on his head.
Yes.
Praise the Lord there, young man. How you doing? Ah, yeah. Yes, sir. I'm going to see you this Sunday, huh? Yes, sir. Yo, this greaseball had exactly what you talked about. A wife, a mistress, girlfriend.
A girlfriend and a baby mama.
And a baby mama, right?
Right.
Like, I didn't know. Like, I was just like, yo, man, there's something about this guy is off.
Right.
He has a heart attack during service. And he dies. So they're having, a funeral service, and okay, the obituary was wild. I don't know who put that obituary together. I was like, so the pastor got all these special friends.
Right.
all these special friends.
Right.
Why a fight didn't break out when the mistress try to give him a farewell kiss. Right. That lady charged that front boy. Man, I said, oh man, heck no.
Right.
I said, man, heck no. If you would see this dude, I was like, how in the world did he even pull? Because they weren't ugly women
Right.
at all. But
Right.
this greaseball, he was so black, you would think he had tinted windows until he got out the car. And he was a big dude. I'm talking about stomach over the belt buckle,
Oh wow.
where he got to lift his stomach to zip his pants down.
Oh man. Golly, man.
He had a little young fine thing, man. Goodness gracious. I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When you said that, that just brought that back to my memory, and I was like, man,
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
foolishness.
Foolishness, bro.
Foolishness. I mean, absolute foolishness. Finally, before the church got themselves together, we had a preacher with a grill. Well, not really a grill, but he had two gold teeth.
Yeah, yeah. It crazy. He up there looking like what's my man Dave? Juvenile. He up there looking
Yes.
like Juvie.
I'm like, what is this? This is like, okay.
Let
Okay.
me ask the question. Let me ask you the question then.
All right.
Is it okay to have a mistress? Julian Blum, I'm asking you, is it okay to have a mistress? Because the obvious answer is no, but it's so common. What?
I think it's okay if your wife is okay with it, because some of these wives be knowing, and I've heard women say, long as he don't bring no babies here, we all right. He can do whatever he want to do, long as he don't bring no babies here, we all right. I'm the one having all the babies. I said, okay.
Right.
But I personally think that you shouldn't. You should just be single. Because if you feel like you got to roam and you want new strange, then a bachelor lifestyle is the lifestyle you really want.
Right. But dudes be wanting people to take care of them though. They want a wife's touch at home, like, hey, iron these pants for me, pay the light bill for me, make sure the car insurance, you know what I'm saying? Cook that tomatoes and rice. You know how I like it. They want that. And then they also want Rihanna, you know what I'm saying, in the street. But he could just stop by and just, you know what I'm saying? It I don't know.
Well, okay, so I get what you're saying. There's a term that I use that I'm not gonna. You guys want a house cat, and then they want the extras.
Yeah.
And I get it, and I get it. I've had associates that were like that.
Right.
Like, bro, why'd you even marry her, man? Man, she can cook, man. She can run a house, man.
Oh boy, man, she can run a house. You ever had the homeboy that suck his teeth backwards?
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah, that. You ever had a homeboy that talked like David? Probably gold teeth.
Yep.
Gold teeth. That girl knows she can. That girl knows she can. Girl knows she can cook. Like, what the heck? What do you? Yeah, that. Because most people they suck their teeth, they be like, man, please. You know what I'm saying? That's a, you know, that is sucking teeth. They be like, you sucking your teeth backwards? What the?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know a dude, right? I know a dude. Let's call him Stanley. Right? Dude suck his teeth backwards when he be talking. He was like, yo, Uncle Freezy, man, I went down to Wilhelmina and get me a couple of burgers. You know, it's afternoon, man. I be want to catch these stories. He that dude, the dude that be catching the stories. Like when the girls be talking about what happened to all my children, he know all the details. The dude he spent no lie. No lie, Chuck. He did a little stint in the clink. He did like 15 years. I got locked up for like 15 years for armed robbery and something else.
Okay.
He ain't no punk, he ain't no softy, but he that dude that legit be watching the stories. What's the joint with Victor Newman?
All My Children?
Oh no, it's something else.
Bold and the Beautiful?
No, the one that
Guiding
come on
Light?
before that. No, the one that come on before that.
General Hospital?
As the World Turns? I don't.
As the World Turns.
Mo, what's it? The Young and the Restless.
That's
it. That's it.
I was about to keep going.
Yeah,
the Young
that's it.
and the Restless.
Right. So he the dude that be watching The Young and the Restless, right, and could tell you everything that happened all the way back for like 3 weeks. No, he didn't, because he drove to such and such house and she slapped him on the terrace, and be saying all these fancy words that hood people don't know nothing about, right? Like they were in the pool house and such, and that girl was You're like, what the? You sucking your teeth backwards, man. It's yes, that dude.
Yes, I hate that.
Yeah. I'm like, Stanley, why you sucking your teeth backwards, man? The first time I said it, everybody laughed so hard, my man got mad at me. Right? He got mad. Man, you know I carry my blade. You carry your blade. I don't care if your blade was carrying you. You know what I'm saying? You better make sure you realize who you talking to. Don't get dirt out here now. You know what I'm saying? But so that dude, like, you be standing with him, he be like, we chilling, right? Waiting on the mailman to come. I ain't gonna get into the reason why both of us was waiting on the mailman, but both of them had to do with money for different reasons, right? Whatever, it is what it is. Right. His more so, had something to do with some unemployment stuff. Mine was something different. So he like, man, Uncle Freezy, I went up to Wilhelmina and Lord have mercy. And I'm talking about Wilhelmina. He's like, no, fool. You know, that young gal be up there working with her. What young girl? You talking about Tony? No, not Tony, the other one. Keisha? Which Keisha? Big Keisha? No, Black Keisha. Oh, dark skin Keisha was up there? Chuck, how come everybody, how come when your name Keisha and Keith? Keith from up the street, Keith from across the street, Jackson Street Keith. If your name Keith, you got a pronoun to go with it or something.
Yeah. To identify you, so we'll know which one we're talking about. Same thing with Sean. Same thing with Sean. No, Tracy brother Sean, not Sean from up the block.
Yeah, you know Sean. You know little Sean in the hospital. I ain't talking about little Sean, but yeah. So but he like Black Keisha. No, boy. I'm like, so me. I'm like, me and her just broke up. He like, what? Yeah, man, me and her just broke up, man. I gotta tell her feet ugly. I'm just messing with him, right? I'm like, yeah, her feet, man, look like she can throw a baseball with them things, bro. He like,
but he like, but she always have shoes on. You never can't. I'm messing with him, right? I'm messing with him. So he the dude that always be telling you like what he can do to a woman that he afraid to talk to. You ever been with that dude around a dude like that?
Oh yes, yes. Man, I'll smack that, flip it, man, boy. No, you won't even talk to her, man.
Right. Stanley's scared to ask her for ketchup because she work in a restaurant. Right. It's like it's not even a restaurant. It's like a booth. What it is just imagine like two of your bedrooms put together at something that size. And so they got something on the side of the road. It's like a stand. Like maybe three of your bedrooms put together. It's a stand, and they stand in there and cook, and they bring your order to the window. Nobody go in there. Never. I ain't never been in there. I've been knowing them for about 30 years. I ain't never been in there. One time she asked me to help her take the trash out. They pulled the trash to the door, and I dragged the trash to the street. I ain't never been in there, right? And so I'm like, hey, Stanley, man, I'm about to go up there right now. Right? He's like, oh yeah, man, let me ride with you. The dude also that the homeboy, I guess he the homeboy, he the homie because he be around, but he don't want always driving, but ain't got no license.
Yes.
You're like, man, you ain't got no license.
But you ain't paying your child support? What's the matter? Why you got no license?
Right. What's going on? Yeah, man. But so we ride up. So Chuck, we ride up, and the thing about being back in the country, as soon as the car crank up, everybody want to know where you going.
Yep.
Hey, Uncle Freeze, you about to go to town? No. Hey, man, can you take me to town? No. Right. So as soon as the car crank up, you ride up the road a little bit. Back then I had a stick shift, so everybody can hear me coming. Man, you know what I'm saying?
Wait. What kind of car was it?
It was a 1983 Toyota Corolla, white.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Well, that four banger was sounding like a can of mosquitoes.
Yes. Mosquitoes smoking cigarettes. That's exactly what it sounds like. And mosquitoes like, yeah. So we making our way up the road. Everybody that see us on the way up the road flag us down. It's the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This ain't like Jersey City. Jersey City don't nobody care. You going somewhere, just move out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But down south, everybody, man, where you going? You going to? And I'm like, hey man, we going to Wilhelmina, and we coming right back. They're like, hey, why you going, man? Can you pick me up? I say, no. You ain't running no errands. You know what I'm saying? So by the time we get to Wilhelmina, it's 6 people in the car. I woke up to her, hey, Miss Wilhelmina, how you doing? She's like, hey, you like that sandwich I made for you? Yes, ma'am, I loved it. And what it was, Chuck, she put, I don't know if I told y'all this, but she took a hoagie roll and put collard greens on it and put cheese on it and messed around. And for my cousin, she put cheese and then put bacon on the top.
Wait a minute.
I murdered that sandwich, boy. I almost ate my arm off. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yes, ma'am. I like it. And I'm like talking to her fast. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yep. She's like, hey, I know why you came up here. You looking for Keisha, ain't you? And I'm like, man, Miss Miller, why y'all play so much? I came up here to see how you doing. And she's like, what? Still, you ain't came up here to see how I'm doing. That girl in the back, you want me to go get her? And I was like, no, let me go get her. She's like, no, you ain't, no. I tell her you out here though. So Keisha was dark skinned, like real dark, right? But cool, like long hair, always clean looking, skin always like, oh, we girl. Like she comes to the window. What you want? What you want, Uncle Freezy? And I'm like, hey, why you calling me out in front of? She like, oh, you can't talk in front of people. And I'm like, girl, you know what I want. She's like, ew, you so nasty. We at a restaurant. I'm cooking in here. You all nasty. And so anyway, I'm like, yo, my man. And so this what I do. Like Stanley behind me making that dumbass noise. You know, sucking his teeth backwards, like, girl, you fine. I'm like, hey, Keisha, look. You know a man right there, you know what I'm saying? You know, he got a little crush on you. She's like, ew, him? He a child molester. He way older than us. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow. yeah. So I'm like, a child molester, girl, you ain't said that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, hey, can Miss Wilhelmina make that sandwich? She's like, why are you so greedy, boy? Why don't you get something on the menu? And I was like, what menu? She was like, oh, you can't read? This is how she slick mouth, Chuck. Slick mouth. So I'm like, okay. My man want to order something. I'm like, hey man, you want to tell her what you want? And he walk up there like, I know what I want. I know exactly what I want. He look at Keisha like, hey, if it ain't on the menu, we ain't got it.
Jeez Louise. Boy, she wasn't playing around.
No, she do not. Yo, it's crazy. If it ain't on the menu, we ain't got it. Sorry. Next, who in line? Who else in line?
Wow.
Yo,
wow.
It's crazy. And so I'm like, hey, I'll make my order like with. So I like to get a leg quarter sandwich, right? And all it is a fried leg quarter, and you get some fries with it, and they put like some pickles or something in your thing. So I'm like, yeah, let me get 2 of them leg quarter sandwiches, 2 of them leg quarter boxes, and that'll be it for me. She's like, you gonna eat 2 leg quarter sandwiches? I'm like, girl, look, I lift weights. I gotta. How you think I gotta? She laughing, right? So my man come up and be like, let me get 2 of them fried bologna sandwiches, the 2 fried bologna, fried hard, you know what I'm saying? She's like, we ain't got no bologna. And I'm like, Keisha, you know good and damn well y'all got bologna. How y'all gonna run out of bologna? Hey, I can see if y'all ran out of everything else. Y'all running out of bologna?
Nah. Nah.
Yeah. So she just did not like, but he telling all the homeboys like, yeah, man. Like we leave and say we take our little box, go sit in Grant Yard up under the tree. We out there talking. Flies. You know how you down south, the flies eat more of your meal than you do. You can't help it. You swat away one, another one come by. Ain't nothing you could do. Right? He out there like, yeah, me and Uncle Freezy went up to Wilhelmina, right? And pig and chicken is out there like, y'all went to Wilhelmina? Why y'all ain't let us go? And then he like, man, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, when you trying to holler, you can't just take a whole crew with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, trying to holler.
Wait, when did you do that?
You was too scared to ask for napkins, bro. Chuck, I don't. Do you? I know, chat. I know y'all got homeboys like that. I know y'all got homeboys like that. The scared homie around the ladies, but mad confident when ain't no ladies around.
Yeah.
What is it? It's only a female, Chuck.
But I gotta, rejection, man. People don't like getting rejected.
Yeah.
What? like I said, man, women are going to say a variation of one or two things. Yes, no.
Yes,
There's going to be a variation of that. So, and because she says no, then that ain't the girl for you. Period. You know what I mean? So you don't even have to waste any more time, any effort trying to get at this girl because she ain't with it. Now you can concentrate on something else or someone else, which in most cases is probably your best bet. Like that guy, much older than you guys, trying, not even trying to holler, just being creepy. And this girl is letting him know off rip, I ain't interested. She told you they ain't had no more baloney.
Yeah. That means go.
No more baloney. Come on, man. Come on, man. That I don't believe. But because you making the situation so uncomfortable, I got to get you out of here by any means necessary.
She looked around him, talking about who next in line, knowing good and well it ain't nothing but the two of us up there.
Just cold. Oh man. I love Keisha. That's the kind of attitude I love right there.
She was like, and the thing about it is I think all of them knew each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to come down for the summers, and then I lived down there. And so I lived down there for a little bit, right? So I lived down there for a little while. And so they was like getting to know me as I was getting to know them. But the thing about it though is I didn't care about all the stuff that went on before I got there. It was like,
right.
Yo, you know, Keisha used to go with Mac. So Mac would get mad. Mac would go get his gun out the house. I don't care nothing about no Mac. Yeah, I just at the time I didn't care about stuff like that. All I cared about was having fun,
right,
and being, a 21, 22, 23-year-old. That's all I cared about. You know what I'm saying? Just have fun, live life. That was, was it 23, 24? Yeah, about 23, 24, 25. I ain't care nothing about nothing else, man. I wasn't trying to, you know what I'm saying, save the world or nothing like that. And so my thing is when I talk to Keisha and all the girls down there, all the girls, Punkin, all them girls, when I talk to them, and when I say talk to them, I didn't mean always trying to get in the undies. I'm just talking about talking in general, right? I was talking to them like they was just regular, like okay, like they'd be like, Pumpkin didn't talk to me at first, right? Because Pumpkin was the girl that I used to go with when I used to come down for the summers, like third grade summer, fourth grade summer, fifth grade summer. You know what I'm saying? But when she went to middle school, she changed, right?
Right.
And I was the same dude. I was like comic books and cartoons. She thought she was a woman. So anyway, so she left. She graduated, went to college, went to dentistry school or something, and got like this fancy job. And she worked and then she moved back home because she had kids. So she moved back, moved back home or whatever. So she saw me. I was like, yo, my cousin, like, yo, that's Pumpkin right there. I was like, that's Pumpkin. Good Lord. And I heard somebody behind me like, yeah. Pumpkin look good. Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. Lord have mercy. And I'm like, man, you creepy. But anyway, I try to talk to him like, hey man, how you doing, man? It's been a long time. I ain't seen you in so long. what you been up to? She was like, mm-hmm. And kept on walking. I'm like, okay, see you back. I ain't hurt. Being nice. We down south, you supposed to speak. Chuck, when you come from the city, don't they tell you when you move down south, you supposed to speak to everybody?
Yep.
So eventually, she opened up to me. She was like, "Yeah, man, y'all boys from the city, y'all be scaring me. Y'all be thinking." This is her telling me where she like, "Y'all think y'all can just come down here and have these babies and leave?" It's like, what? Girl, I said hi. Slow down.
Yes.
She laughing too, like, oh, yeah, my bad. I'm like, yeah, man, I ain't trying to pick up from 5th grade. Calm down. A lot of things change in 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness. Y'all think y'all gonna come down and have babies and a dip?
Yeah, that's what she said, man. We wind up being friends and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We wind up doing like being friends and occasionally doing dirty dancing, but it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't it. Like if we did dirty dancing, it was like, yo, the fair is in Columbia. Yeah, I know. I'm about to go. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna go up there about 3:00. And she's like, oh man, I wish I can go. Come on. And then you go have a good time. One thing leads to another. And then after that, you drop her off in her mama yard, and then you go to your grandma's house, and then that be it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, so
to all the young men and old men in general that are listening right now, if you don't take anything that I've said seriously or listen to anything that me and Uncle Freezy has said thus far, being cool will get you further than you trying to be some type of player. Because I've gotten more action just being right place at the time and just being a cool dude. Oh, that's Chuck. Chuck cool.
Right.
Yo, how you sitting in the house with like 5 girls? Because I'm cool, man. Everybody, you can't smash everybody. And when you act like you ain't trying to smash,
right,
and they get a feeling like you ain't trying to smash, they gonna. Gentlemen, be cool. Don't be the creep.
Right.
Don't be
sucking your teeth backwards. Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yes, sir.
Girl, you know what I do to you? I ain't never seen that line work, bro.
Never.
Oh, speaking of lines, what's the dopest line you ever heard a dude say that worked?
The dopest line. I've only heard dudes try to rip off R&B songs. I don't have lines. I've never had to use any lines per se. I don't know. You go ahead. I can't think of one. I can't think of anybody giving a like, wow, man, I should have said that. No. None of my friends were like that.
Yeah. In terms of lines, I don't know, because it's like a moving target, because lines probably lead to like paragraphs. You know what I'm saying? Like you just basically like, like okay, I'll give you an example. Right? So I'm in this club in Houston. This lady named, so it's Patra, the Ghetto Boys, and I think this chick named Boss.
That was a lit show.
Yeah, at this club called the 9.9 in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Patra's at the bar. I'm over there, like, and I think I told the story like a million times. But anyway, I walk up to Patra, and so she look around me, right, like she looking for her security because she know I'm about to say something. I'm like, you don't have to look over there. The man of your dreams is right here. This is what I tell Patra to her face, eyeball to eyeball. She like, security. I'm like, listen, you don't need nobody to hold you back, baby. You can come with me on your own free will. She's like, what? So she called security. I'm telling her that she don't need security to hold her back. You know what I'm saying? I'll accept her like she is. This is what I'm telling Patra. Right? Get out of my face, you bum. This is how she dissing me hard, bro. Dissing me hard, right? And I'm like, yo, don't let this opportunity pass you by. You know who you looking at, right? You know what I'm saying? You're looking at Uncle Freezy. You don't want to be telling some story later on that you met Uncle Freezy and you didn't take advantage of the opportunity. This is what I'm telling Patra. Until a dude grabbed me, like, until like these three dudes, man, three dudes that look like Shaquille O'Neal grab me and like, hey, leave her alone. I'm like, all right, I'll leave her alone. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got to rough me up and then I'll go back to my table. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But yeah, when I saw Patra, I was telling her this stuff. Like, you ain't got to look over there. The man of your dreams is right here. Damn, look at all this and all this splendor. Come on, girl, what's wrong with you? You better hurry up and get on this Uncle Freezy train before I leave the station. This is what I'm telling Patra. I don't know what made me put. Chuck, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I don't know what it was is I think I had got the big head, right? Because I lived in Jersey City, and what happened is I had a fortune. Like, I used to always have these things to boost up my confidence. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, not all at once. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I'm Christopher Williams or Billy D. Williams or nobody like that. I'm not Al B. Shore. I ain't saying that. What I'm saying is a little at a time. You know what I'm saying? I always had stuff to boost my confidence up. And, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Because I'm talking about in the street. Because at home, it was the complete opposite. My pops used to be like, oh, you ain't shit because I ain't shit. What? That's supposed to be a pep talk? What kind of pep talk is that?
Terrible.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the dude from the 5 Heartbeats. Remember the father of Eddie Kane Jr.? Yeah. I guess his name, Eddie Kane Sr. is the dude's name, I guess. Kane Sr., yeah. Yeah, so how he used to always tell Eddie he ain't gonna wind up never being nothing. That's what forced Eddie out on the road. Remember that?
Yeah.
And so, like these things, like I mess around and pull Puerto Rican Lisa, right? Mess around and talk to the girl across the street, Pia. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know, she fine. She looked like Tracy Spencer is what she looked like. So
ooh.
Yeah. And so like these small little things. And so when I saw
do your Googles. Tracy Spencer, do your Googles. Sorry.
And we was probably, I'm like what? I'm probably like 4 or 5 years older than Tracy Spencer, I guess. Mm-hmm. Maybe 3, something like that. And so Pia was a year younger than me. Mm-hmm. Man. And her sister was crazy, by the way. Her sister was the one that always played Darling Nikki. Like, we've been wanting to play jams, you know what I'm saying? Phaser D out there on the street playing Borderline, and she playing Darling Nikki out the window. Like, what? Darling Nikki, that song. Kid was crazy. So anyway, so by the time it got to Patra and Janet Jackson and all them, I was like, yo, I'm gonna shoot my shot. If they say no, the beer is still cold and the music is still loud. Life goes on. You know what I'm saying?
So do we.
Right. So I shoot my shot with Patra, man. I say, hey, girl, you ain't gotta look all the way over there. The man of your dreams is right there. What's good? So anyway, I get this by Patra, and the homies never let me forget it. Never. Chuck, to this day, they're like, yeah, you remember that time, man? We was in Houston. You got this by Patra. Them big dudes beat your ass. Like, first of all, the dudes didn't beat me up. Right. First of all, the dudes didn't beat me up. Secondly, when I was trying to holler at Patra, y'all was at the table drinking beer, looking at me, trying to talk to Patra.
There you have it.
Jay Singh was good. So you think the cool works instead of lines,
sir? I like. Yeah, man, because there was situations that I should have never had an opportunity to be in that I was in. Like, I've always shot above my weight class, like, and it wasn't because like I wouldn't try too hard. I would, see, there's some guys think what I'm talking about is simping and then getting put in the friend zone. I don't get put in the friend zone. I'm like, we're cool. Like, yeah, I'm cool. Like, if we're hanging out, we're hanging out. Same deal. Like, Lance and Fair is coming around, right? Yeah, let's go to the fair. Yeah, let's go. While we there, I'm not trying to, get cheap feels and all that. We having a good time, playing games, riding rides, getting homemade fries with vinegar on it. Like we having a time, right?
Right. Elephant ears, yeah.
Man, I had no idea. First of all, just real quick pause. When I heard that name, I was like, ew.
Ew, what the heck? Yeah.
I've never been to a fair. Never been to a fair other than a book fair. Right? I've never been to a fair. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, so it's like the circus. Right? So when you say everybody's lining up for elephant ears, I was like, ew.
Yeah.
Like they cutting off elephant ears and y'all eating them? No clue.
They cutting off elephant ears and frying them.
Ugh. And then I see the line is so long.
Right.
There are 3 people serving 3 lines, but they're extremely long. I was like, nah, I won't try that. Because my first time going to Coney Island as a youth, they have a stand that was selling frog legs. And I was like, man, nobody eating these. Oh, these are pretty good.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I'll try. I don't know about it. And then when we get up there, I'm like, funnel cakes?
Funnel cakes, yes.
Why y'all call them elephant ears? Well, look at them. Don't they look like big floppy elephant ears?
That's what they look
like. But
and they don't look like cake because you don't fry cake.
No. They're just
deep fried cake. I'm sorry.
What is it, like donuts? It's the same, as donuts. But if you're from the South and you ever been to the South, there's nothing like fresh Krispy Kreme donuts.
Nothing.
I can't stand the lemon ones.
Nah, I ain't no guy.
But fresh out the oven,
Yeah.
man, I'll tear them things up.
A
They could be
dozen.
playing a dozen of glaze straight
Yes.
out the oven.
Yes.
Nah, man, I'm about to get some milk. Man,
I used to trick. Yeah, I used to trick one of my cousins. My cousin used to be. I'd be like, "Yo, wash my car." He's like, "No, you can't tell me that." I'm like, "You a kid? You supposed to do what I tell you to do." No, you're not. I'm gonna tell my daddy. Tell your daddy. Your daddy owe me $40. And why you always be so mean, Uncle Freezy? Wash my car. No, I get you some Krispy Kreme. Where the water at? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Where the water at? That's exactly how the conversation go. You know what I'm saying?
Me and a friend of mine, like we're coming back from this club in Charleston called the Acme, and it's probably about 5.
Okay.
And as we're driving, you smell that?
Yep.
Smell like Krispy Kreme donuts.
Right.
Fresh. We never leave the gas station parking lot.
Right.
We're sitting there busting down 6 apiece.
Right.
Glazed donuts. And we looking at each other like, yo, man, it must be cracking these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why you say that? Because I want to go in there and get another dozen.
Another dozen for myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Oh man.
I ain't even gonna hold you, Chuck. Yes. A lot of the reason why I think you and I get along so well is because a lot of the experience that you share
Right.
with the vibrant ones, I'm like, yo, I did the same thing. Probably just in a different town, probably in a different year. But
Right.
a lot of the experiences are the same. We share a lot of experiences. That's why when you be talking, I be like, I can visualize all this stuff in my mind. Like, yeah, man, me and my brother was probably in a Elantra, stopped somewhere. We probably saw Krispy Kreme on the way, like a Krispy Kreme on the way home from somewhere, and stopped it. Because you know Krispy Kreme open early.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Or the Krispy Kreme guy be delivering to gas stations. He got a route.
Yep.
Like the newspaper man. Right? And so Andrew Collins J says, slow it down with the sexiness. I can see that right now. Girl, you better slow down before you get a ticket. All that sexiness. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that right now. but yeah, man, we share. So for everybody, for the vibrant ones out there, right? Chuck Allen and myself, we share a lot of experiences. Sometimes we go off on a rabbit trail that only he and I have experiences.
Right.
And the chat is like, they talk about leg quarter sandwiches. I mean, they talk about Roger Woods. What's a Roger Wood? You know what I'm saying? Bruh, just trust me on this, right? Because Keisha, listen, not Big Keisha, not so Big Keisha went by 2 names, right? She went by Big Keisha, which she ain't like, right? Mm-hmm. Or Red Keisha, Bright Keisha, right?
Okay.
They used to call it, say, hey, bright gal, come here, girl. And she's so giggly. She's so damn goofy and giggly. Come here, girl. And she just started laughing. She just, some girls just be like that, though. You know what I'm saying? But she was a little bit older than us. So she probably about 50. Right now, she probably like 50. 56, 57. She's a little bit older than us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she used to hang with us, not because, it's just because she was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like when she used to go through stuff, Chuck. Like she was a big girl. She was so nice and so, I ain't gonna say gullible. I'm gonna say she just meek spirit, humble. Like she'll give a dude. like she like dudes. If you was like the dope boy or something like that, you better even try to holler, because she was like no. But every now and then she get with a dude, and you're like, what's this? And I was like, Keisha, what's going on? We ran out of men. She was like, Uncle Freezy, stop. You always be trying to. I'm like, nah, man, look at. And I've been like, you know what I'm saying? she was like, stop it before he hear you. You know what I'm saying? And every now and then she get like in one of them relationships where you like, if he treating you bad, why don't you just leave or put him out? In her case, if he treating you bad, why don't you just put him out? Because she always, dudes always wind up at her house, right? She I don't know what it is. You know, her mom passed away young. She wound up being with a foster family when she was like 15. Her foster mother passed away and left all the stuff to her, and she got a whole bunch of foster sisters. You know what I'm saying? She keep discussing. Every time I go down there, she's like, Uncle Freezy, you know I got a new foster brother. I'm like, God damn, y'all 60. You still finding sisters and brothers? And she's like, yeah. You know, but she always wind up with like somebody questionable. I mean, what happened to Aaron? Aaron was a good dude. Aaron was working 2 jobs, man, and was, you know, taking your babies to get their hair cut, and y'all was in church and all kind of stuff. And she like, and we just couldn't. And he proposed, and I couldn't marry him. I'm like, why? The dude was perfect. He ain't told you nothing stupid like, girl, you need to lose some weight. He ain't never told her nothing like that. At least not that we know. But then she'll break up with dudes like that, and then get with a dude. And Chuck, tell me if you heard the story before. That's down on his luck. His boss man don't like him. His baby mama tripping, and his family don't like him. You ever heard of a dude like that before?
Yeah, he's a deadbeat. Yeah,
a deadbeat. Yeah, yep.
Like it's always everybody else, never you. Oh, okay. All right. Oh man, my baby mom crazy, man.
Yeah. You sure it's the baby mama?
Bro, you only got to pay $25 a month, not a week, a month, and you in the rears.
And you 7 months behind.
Yeah, like it ain't your baby mama. She ain't mad with you. Hey man, see what she done did to me, man. I'll tell you, my baby mama. No, it ain't baby mama. Man, my mama just love my brother more.
What?
Well, your brother never stole money from your mother.
Out of her purse.
Right. Your brother never asked your mama to co-sign for a car, and you don't make not near payment.
Near payment.
So, yeah. Yeah, I meant those guys. I won't say make my skin crawl, but they definitely made my blood boil. Right. Like, yo, man, when you going to toe the line and have some accountability for yourself, sir, everything is not everybody else's fault. Like, if we look at the common denominator in all of these different scenarios, you are the common denominator. Yep. So you are the problem. I can't. But these dudes always end up with like the salt of the earth, sweet young lady that they run through the ringer.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. And it's because the nice girls will at least listen to them and then hear them out, and then the dudes get on it, start playing their heartstrings. Yeah. Like all I need, man, is for a woman to give me a chance. This world ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like every guy out here, you know what I'm saying? Just like look at Uncle Freezy. He just be falling into money. Look at Chuck Allen. He just be falling over backwards into money. Well, I didn't fall over backwards into money. I was in a car accident and got my leg snapped into a million pieces. Yeah, you know, I, I work on this. I work, dog. I was cutting grass at Fort Jackson on a leg that I broke into a million pieces. Like a year and a half later, I was walking on Fort Jackson with a weed eating grass. And this dude said that he couldn't find a job, and Fort Jackson take everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah, and the dude they was paying us under the table too. So I mean, what?
So I had this guy was my friend at one point in time, and I knew his girl before I knew him. Okay. When I tell you she's a sweetheart, she is a sweetheart. And I was like, man, she needs a good dude, because I knew she dated another dude, and I was like, okay, so this is a pattern. You find projects that you try to work on. So when they moved where I lived, because they were staying in like the affordable houses or whatever, and she introduced me to. She was like, "Yo, I want to introduce you to my boyfriend because I need him to hang around some positive men." Right. So I started hanging out with dude. He's okay, but he's another guy with a million excuses, right? Long story short, she gets pregnant. Well, she was actually pregnant at the time when she introduced us, and like the baby is due in like 2 months. Okay. They already put her on bed rest. She can't work, right? And so he's complaining about money. And I said, "Hey man, I know some people. I used to work at McDonald's. I know all of the managers. Shift manager, general manager, I know them all. I can get you a job at McDonald's, and I know all of the managers at Wendy's, which are literally across the street from one another. Right. I'm going to talk to both of them and see if I can get you to work from 7 to 3, and then from 3 to 11 at Wendy's. Right. Because I'm cool. Went in there. Oh yeah. Just tell your friend. Just tell him to come in. All I need him to do is to fill out this paperwork, and then we call corporate, and we'll get him in the system and get him working. And I was like, you understand what I'm saying? Like y'all can't put him on another shift. He has to work, these hours. No problem. Right. Told him, hey man, all you got to do is go up there, ask for Miss Mary, and ask for Naya. When you get to Wendy's, ask for Naya. This dude didn't go.
What?
Man, that's a lot of hours to be working, man.
You clown.
I was like, but you're not doing nothing. Like, you literally be waiting for me to get off of work to come kick it with you, to smoke something or drink something with you. And I do because I'm cool with your girl. I know that you need. Oh, here's the caveat to the story. The girl that I'm talking about is white. Okay. And this is in the South, where I know people think interracial relationships are they would nah, buddy.
No.
And her family were rednecks. Rednecks don't mean you're racist, but I'm talking Confederate flags, pickups with raised suspensions,
Yeah.
chew skull, tobacco, snuff, right here,
Yeah. Yeah.
be spitting, and I'm talking about the women.
Yeah. That's,
And they don't like him.
of course.
They don't.
Well,
They don't like him at all. They're upset with her. They put her out. That's why she's in this affordable housing place, because they put her out for being pregnant by this little dude. Now, I'm like, bro, you just, added to the stereotype of black men don't take care of their kids, don't want to work. Like, yo, bro, it's very easy work. You're going to get a break. You don't have to travel far. And they're going to allow you to work back to back. Like, they're never going to change your shifts.
right.
You might as well get this paper until you won't stop smoking weed long enough to get at a plant, because that's where you're going to get the money.
Right.
Working at one of these plants. And at that particular time, Gold Kiss in Sumter, the chicken factory,
Yeah.
was the place to get. Or T-Pack, the sausage place, because they were paying like $25. Yeah, T-Pack was paying like $25. They were starting with $25 an hour.
Right.
And I knew I couldn't suggest food. I would never suggest Food Line Warehouse, because Food Line Warehouse is not for the lazy. A warehouse job is not for the lazy.
Right.
Where you got to pull production, where you got to pull a certain number of items a day to make a certain salary. Oh no, man. Nah, man. Nah, man. You can't be lazy in a place like that. So anyway, this guy doesn't work.
Of course not.
Sits, yo, man. Yo, you think you can get me up there where you at Reese Brothers? No.
Right. No,
Absolutely not. No. No. And I could. And I was like, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But anyway, once I saw that, I stopped hanging with him.
Yeah.
I don't hang. If you don't take care of your kids, I don't hang out with you.
Right.
And that go for family members too.
Right.
Hey, man, I don't want to hear that you got to say, man, you don't take care of your kids. Oh, nah.
Yeah, man, you would think it's easy.
It's for some people it's not. For some people it's not, man. I've had good friends where, yeah, man, they take care of their kids, but unfortunately, they didn't vet the person that they decide to have unprotected sex with.
Yeah.
Hey, man, she crazy. No, she ain't turned crazy. She been crazy. You just didn't care.
Yeah.
Man, but you see them biscuits, man. Look at that, man. Boy, that girl they're healthy.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Man, so you like, man, come on, y'all. I mean, but things are what they are, man. You can't make people do right, bro. You just can't. You can't make people do right.
No, you can't make people. No, you can't make people do anything.
Right.
Like, oh man, I thought I could change. You can't change anybody.
No, you can't change anybody.
People change themselves. You can be the catalyst for change. You can be You can be inspiration for change, but you're not
Right.
gonna. That's an internal thing
Right.
that has to manifest in here. You can't. Don't even waste your time trying to get with
'Cause
someone
it-
that you think you're going to be able to do that.
Because it ain't worth it.
No. You'll never get back what you put in a situation
Right.
like that.
Never. And the thing about it is sometimes the thing that you want to get back is not even what you expected or anticipated.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean it's bananas, bro. But what can you do? I mean,
Let me ask you this. Have you ever met someone who always try to get a project? Like, what I mean by project is someone that they have to do all these things to make them presentable. Like, they look for the downtrodden.
right.
Like, bro,
Right.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh no,
I
man.
know.
I'm just, helping her out.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's got something to do with self-esteem.
Okay.
Right. Right. I think that's the major thing. Definitely self-esteem issue. You know what I'm saying? Like if you pick somebody that you feel like is lesser than yourself, then you look better on yourself.
Okay. All right. And I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that because there was there was a woman that stayed not too in walking distance from where I lived in the South. Very nice lady. When I tell you, her and her sister, man, them ladies fine. I'm talking about fine with a capital F. And at that time, I'm a teenager, so they're probably in their mid to late 30s, right?
Okay.
And they would never be with guys that match them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they just I mean fine. I mean people be driving by and pull on the side of the road just to ask them their name.
I was gonna say a dumbass. Yeah.
What's your name? And then get back in their car and leave. No other conversations, nothing else, no follow up. I'm like, what in the world? And they will always pick these guys, and I'm like, so Miss Crystal, marries this guy. And when she came to, introduce them to family and friends, immediately I was like, yo, that guy smoked rocks.
Yep.
Because every time his talk, his teeth were
Right.
Yo, his teeth were moving.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. And then he started doing that.
Yeah.
I said, oh boy.
Or start chewing his lip doing it. Yeah. It's crazy, right?
I said, hey, y'all mom about to marry a dope fiend. Why is your mom marrying a dope fiend?
Yeah.
Why? Because she got hurt.
Yep.
And kept getting hurt. And so she figured instead of dating the guys that look like her, handsome, well-to-do guys, because they're the ones that hurt her, I'm going to get a guy who doesn't look good, that probably would never have a shot at a woman of my caliber, but I'm gonna give him a shot because he's gonna appreciate me, right?
Right. Yep.
Wrong. This guy appreciated crack.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
And then I was like, okay, so now she knows, you know, this ain't, you know, you can do better. No. Now she gets now she gets a hoarder. A hoarder.
Yeah.
Who
Yard full of cars. Yeah, man.
Old newspaper, like, what you doing with all these old newspapers? There are plates, not a plate. There are plates of food under the bed.
What?
You can't even tell what it was because it's green, blue, white, black.
Right.
Look like spider webs all on it. And it's like, what in the world?
Right.
You remember in Friday when Smokey climbed through Felicia's window?
Yeah.
And you see Debo's drawers with the big doodoo stain in it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And that was the straw for me that broke the camel's back. And I was like, Miss Crystal, can I take you to lunch?
Right.
And I took this lady to lunch and asked her, what's going on?
Right.
Because you were getting worse and worse with the guys that you're dating. Like, I was friends with her daughters.
Right.
Right? I ain't talking about like just some, like, these are my peoples.
The homies, right?
These are my homies.
Right.
These are my homies. You know, you could call me anytime because I don't have to type before, you know, broke my neck, fresh out of, you know, playing ball. And I used to dump people on their heads. You ain't got to call the cops, call me. I'll come down there. I'll straighten them out. Grown men. Pip, 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 pip. Get them off me. Get them off me, Crystal. Get them off me. Right. I'm leaving. You ain't got to worry about it. I ain't coming back. You better not. You better not. You better drive past this dirt road. Never come here again.
Right.
So like, I have a rapport with these people, right? And I'm like, nah, this can't be. Like, what do you? And what happened, in my opinion, that trickled down to her daughters.
Right.
Because they do the same exact thing. What? Oh, this is my friend. Oh, okay. So where you from? I mean, originally I'm from Hollyville, Ridgeville, but for the last 15 years I was locked up.
Right. Right.
So when you came home, about 3 days ago, and this your friend that is staying with you? Why he ain't staying at his mom's house? Why he ain't staying with you? Why is he here?
If he got out on parole, why he ain't at a boarding house?
Cause she met him at the club over the weekend, and then took her narrow down there and gave her address for a place to stay.
Yep.
I said, what are you doing? And I love them girls to death. And I was like, man, you remember how we was talking earlier? And I was like, yo, I hate when people tell the story. Like, you already told the story. Took you 2 hours to tell this story. You think you gonna hold me on the phone for another 2 hours? Those are the people. Yo, they used to do that to me all the time. And I'm like, yo, chill.
Right. Like, I already heard the story like 52 times.
I get it.
Right.
I get it. You want me to tell you that it's not your fault and everything's going to be all right, but you know who I am, and that's not happening. You messed up. I told you before you even got to this point. Don't even mess with like this dude. This dude had black stuff around his teeth, man. Like his gums, it was black.
I like to call them braces.
What do you?
Yeah, man. What are we doing? What are we doing right here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are y'all doing?
What are y'all doing? I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it on the live. But when we backstage, I'm gonna show you a picture of them. You're gonna be like, there's no way these women were dating dudes that you describe.
Right.
Yes. And I'm like, yo, why are y'all picking these projects? Yeah, I know you got your heart broke, but that don't mean you put your head in the sand and you just accept whatever comes to you. Like you just, like you, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
It's is.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, Mr. Vince, if you think these, I just can't tell them. I cannot. The only reason why I can't is because eventually people are gonna know and come and check out that know me and know my real name.
And they're gonna start tripping. Like, it ain't even happen like that, Chuck. It ain't even happen like that.
Yes, it did. Yeah. Just like that.
Yes, it did. Just like that. Yep.
Just like that. Like me.
Yeah, man. Because I already got called to the carpet about a couple things too. Like, man, you tell this, you act like I was helpless to get. I mean, I'm sorry. You act like, you know what I'm saying, I meant to go out there and do that, man, with that girl, man. You know what I'm saying? She caught me off guard, man. I did, next thing you know, we you know what I'm saying, got a baby. And no. It ain't no next thing that happened. Ain't no next thing to happen. Right? Ain't no such thing as no next thing happen. You don't have fast forward in life. You know what I'm saying? You don't fast forward. Ain't no fast forward button for life, man. You did it. You did it. Own up to it. You know what I'm saying? That lady sacrificed her whole life for you.
Right.
And you meet a chick at Denny's and y'all have a baby and you still cheating with her and still didn't tell the lady. It ain't none of my business, but it ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you like, yo, but you telling it like all I just be I be out here ho hopping. Like, first of all, don't nobody say ho hopping no more.
Ho hopping.
Yeah, right. Don't nobody say ho hopping no more. And secondly, you did it. You did it. You know what I'm saying?
But see, people that lack accountability always push it off on someone else, sir. Let me tell you something. You're in control of yourself. Somebody can slap me right now. Guess what? It's up to me how I respond to that. Yeah. Whether I slap them back or I walk away, I'm in control of that. So just because somebody's shaking their behind in front of your face, don't mean you got to partake in that. But what happened was you feeling yourself because you probably going through something now. I'm older.
Right.
I might not feel as suave as I used to, but here comes this younger woman who tickles my fancy, and she pushing all the right buttons for this old man.
And she
now
look good too.
And she look good, so I'm open, but I'm not. I guess with age, wisdom doesn't come with that.
Right.
Because.
What about the moment, though, Chuck? You don't think sometimes, man, cats get caught up in the moment?
Yes. Absolutely. I've gotten caught up in the moment. I've definitely got caught up in the moment. Yo, what am I doing?
Right.
I'm not going to stop, but what am I doing?
Right.
But I would accept it. I joined the Army because I thought I was having a baby with a girl that I should have never been having unprotected sex with, let alone sex at all.
At all. Right.
Right. So when she said that, and I was like, well, I know I was there. I know what I did. All right, bet.
Right.
Let me go take care of this. Right?
Right.
All right. Man, you mess with TT? Yeah. So you done slept with everybody in town, right?
Yeah.
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 You should just go to the clinic and just get a shot just because. You don't even gotta get tested. Just take it.
Just
because she got some. And guess what? This is information I already had prior to getting with her.
Right.
She was never on my radar. But we happened to be in the same place at the same time. And I was like, man, I can see why everybody was hitting this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she looks good.
Right.
And them things sitting right. Them things, them thighs looking right.
And that girl with them Dave Dukes on. Yeah.
And that's exactly what she had on. Some Daisy Dukes with they were all on her face. And I said, Lord have mercy. Them things, man, that girl got Rolo. She got Rolos up on down there.
Hey, was Stanley there like, well, you know what I do with that thing, that boy? Yeah.
And you know what? she had skills. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I understand.
Now I understand.
I understand. But it wasn't like, hey, bro, no, she wasn't the most ideal person to impregnate. But I knew what my responsibilities were, and I didn't shy away from them, and I was going to take the responsibility. But, boy,
yeah,
boy,
she's gonna take you to the cleaners.
I was like, man, nope. Got some good advice. They was like, man, you better get a DNA test, man.
Yeah,
you get a DNA test because you know how she get down, and it's not like she wasn't a dirty person. Like make a dude pay child support for a kid that's not his. Right. She wasn't dirty like that. But they was like, nah, man, you should definitely. Man, when that thing said 0.00% chance, I was like, oh man.
Thank you.
Should have did this before I joined.
And you was like the color person. Speak, Lord. Speak to me. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let the church say, amen. Yeah, man.
But on the side note, I think that messed up my because I was focused going in the military, and then once I found that out after I came home, after AIT and all that stuff, and I found out that I was like a weight was lifted, and then I was like, oh.
I got a perfect song for that, Chuck. It's a song called "The Weight," and it's anybody ever in here ever seen the movie Easy Rider? That's probably like
Chuck,
I gotta get out of here. I gotta pull shift. I gotta pull duty.
All right. Okay. Well, go ahead. I'm a rock for a couple more minutes. I'm gonna do my I'm gonna do a little bit of jams, and then I'm gonna sign out.
Are you gonna do it about 120, 125, 130?
I can.
Which one?
I could do to 125.
Okay. All right. And so at 125, I'm coming in hot, clipping everything.
All right, cool.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Hey, Vibrant Ones, listen. I got a lot of stuff that I got to do. I got to call. I got to do some stuff about the yard. I got a puppy that's 6 weeks old. I ain't been to sleep since yesterday at like 7 o'clock. It's just a bunch of stuff going on, man. So I will see y'all today at 6 p.m. for Uncle Freezy's Playhouse. And then after that, I'm gonna probably take another nap and then jump up and do the Knicks at Night podcast. And then after that, I might jump up again and do Chop It Up right back here. So I want to do a whole, because I ain't been seeing y'all, and so I want to put out a lot of content. So I'm gonna go take care of the puppy, call this guy, go hug the missus, get something to eat, take a nap, and I'll see y'all at 6. I'll holler at y'all. Hey Chuck, I'm coming hot at 125, bro.
All right, no problem.
Okay, all right.
All right, Unc. Yeah, man, Unc is the hardest working man in YouTube land. This dude does not get any rest. Again, man, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all you guys coming through. As you know, today is the day that I was going to do jams, which I am. You know, today's theme is a little funk, a little bit. I got a couple joints that I prepared. As a side note, anybody that if you make music, whether you sing, whether you rap, whether you're a producer or you play the guitar, whatever, if you have original music that you have that doesn't include any samples of popular music or unpopular music, it's all yours. Send it to Uncle Freezy, and if it fits the theme for the week, then I'll play your joint. You know, I want to give other people an opportunity, the same way Uncle Freezy gave me an opportunity by playing my joints, using my joints for KMD and for vibes and stuff. So, just give me a quick second. I'm gonna set things up, and then I'm gonna play you guys. I'm gonna play you guys a couple of joints. Now, some of the vocals I don't mix, so I applaud anybody that has their music to definitely have it mixed and mastered. Because if it sounds too bad, then we're probably not going to play it. But the vocals that you hear are free acapellas, royalty-free acapellas that you can get right off the internet. So I'll post the links to some of that stuff. So yeah, I'm going to definitely check your joints out when y'all send them in. I think next week we're going to do a little bit of R&B. We're going to do R&B. We're doing R&B next week. So if you know anybody, if you got a friend or a family member who sings, that has some original music that they don't mind being shared, definitely reach out to Uncle Freezy, because I don't think the vibes and stuff email is set up yet. So send them directly to Blanche Tears, and Uncle get them to me, and I'll set up the playlist for next Friday. It's going to be R&B. We're going to do this for 15, 20 minutes, and then that's it. So give me a quick second, get my things set up, and we're going to jam out, all right? Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Let's go. Hope everybody out there is having a good afternoon. It's your boy Chuck Allen. Vibes and Stuff Live. Jams. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Hope everyone's having a good Friday afternoon. It's Vibes and Stuff's live. Chuck Allen, let's go.
You gotta step it up, all the way up. You gotta step into it. Make your body rock, make your body rock. You got to step into it. Make your body hot, make your body hot. Step it up, don't step it down. Step into it.
Oh, yeah. Step into it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's summertime. Summer.